You know the rules.
Hey.
You know the rules. You know the rules.
You know the rules.
When you wear this shirt, it taps into the mystical energy of the ocean, channeling it directly to your surfing skills. It's like having Poseidon as your personal surf coach.
You know the rules.
Legend has it that the fabric of the shirt was intricately woven by ancient surf gods themselves, using threads made from the sun and the ocean's foam and the laughter of dolphins.
You know the rules.
Push the limits of your imagination and ride the cosmic waves like no surfer has ever done before. Now remember, with great cosmic surfing power comes great cosmic responsibility.
You know the rules.
What?
Laird's wife just messaged me.
Gabby?
Gabby.
The Gabby.
The Gabbiest.
Is she mad about the videos? What'd she say?
She goes,
Let me see.
you read it.
Dude, what are we gonna do?
Hey, how's it? You know the rules.
We present to you our first merch.
There it is.
The first pinch my salt. You know the rules. So, dude, I'm pretty excited about this.
Well,
This comes out today.
I know.
Go
today.
to sterlingspencer.co.
Go to sterlingspencer.co. We got a really good promotional paper. Go to this place and get the shirt.
sterlingspencer.co.
We probably could put a graphic up that would look better than this.
There's limited edition. Everyone who subscribed before today gets one for sure.
You still have to pay for it.
And then it's first come, first serve.
Yeah, there's not that many. Make sure you get one. This is the first ever merch Sterling's ever put
This
out.
is the first limited. You know the rules. I've never come out with a piece of merch after all these years.
I know.
I've been saying you know the rules for 20 years.
And now you can wear the shirt. I've been wearing this around town.
Do
Dude.
people respect you?
Oh my gosh. I had to my wife makes me get in the car quick.
Because women are
Women
after
are
you.
like, ah! No, but people come up to me and they're like, dude, I want that shirt. I'm like, you can get it today now. Go get it.
Well, hopefully we can make a movie.
Well, we're not just trying to make money to what? What do people spend money on?
Drugs.
Drugs, nice cars. I have the worst. I'm driving a minivan right now.
Right.
I want to just get a car that can get me here.
Right. Well, our goal is to make a movie.
Our goal is to make a movie. Our goal is to get
Pay for your 6th kid.
5th kid, get some sick hunt, go to Hawaii
Well,
to film a good movie.
the more you guys support us, the more we can make.
Yep, we're going to come out with some more shirts, and it's going to be sick.
Hopefully we'll be coming out with new stuff every pod.
We'll try. Kelly kind of beat us to the Puka shell thing.
He did?
Yeah, did you not see?
I haven't seen it.
Dude, check it out. Do you know what I was thinking about the other day?
What's up?
How surfing, because I've tried to surf and I've traveled with you to Peru and stuff, and I was so amazed how freaking hard it is just to get to the freaking wave.
It's a lot of work.
If you're not a surfer, you don't realize how much time, money, effort, and dangers you have to. Because, dude, I almost died once in Peru with getting hit by rocks and stuff.
It's so hard.
It's the only sport where you can die from an animal.
Do you think that's why Kalani rides soft tops? Because everything else is so hard.
Yeah. You could die from a shark.
Shark. Rocks.
Rocks.
Reef.
What other sport?
Drown. It's full of death.
Seriously, you're dodging death everywhere. What other sport are you, besides NASCAR, but there's no animals in NASCAR.
Yeah.
But what else?
So are you saying surfing's the gnarliest sport you could do?
People don't even realize how unbelievably difficult it is just to get to the darn wave.
I know. I think that's why we're all kind of messed up.
Why? Surfers?
Because we're always dodging death.
I mean, there's that one clip. Is it Mick Fanning? that was out there, and you can see that shark.
There has never been a sporting moment like it. Mick Fanning attacked by a great white shark.
And he was like super emotional, and it was scary.
I guess after that happened, he became a no nude.
Oh, really? Like Mick. Oh, that's. It was Mick Fanning. So after that, he kind of went to the no
His
nude.
PTSD, he developed no nudeness.
Oh.
That's so that's why he can't be nude anymore, because of the shark.
Poor Mick.
Mick's such a legend.
Could
you imagine being attacked by a great white in front of the whole world?
On cameras.
And he's like, oh, no worries, mate. Just chuck it in me dumper.
Australians are scary.
They're one of the strongest breeds.
Dude, what do you feel like when you eat one of these 12-Tide chips?
You ready?
Do it.
Well, I grabbed a bag of chips. They caught my those 12-Tide kelp chips. Oh my, I took a bite and felt that magical zing in my brain. Next thing I knew, I became a surfing king. Oh, 12-Tide kelp chips, the secret to my fame. They made me the #1 surfer in the game. With each munch and crunch, with my skills went so sky high. Whoa, dude. Did you feel that?
Dude, I feel like ocean.
Did you feel it? Oh, here we go. Is this soft top Druggie?
Yep.
Is this Jamie O'Brien?
He just had a big soft top.
Gosh, he looks hammered. Whoa! What's going on? Oh, is he drunk? Oh, he's on the toxin mold.
Yeah, he's trying to get lower to the board.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's trying to get his taint in it. See, this is a common.
See, he wants to be on the boat.
He's out of his mind right now. The toxin mold's taking over. Look at him. He's rubbing his nipples. He's got to get a nipple hit. Now he wants full taint. Look at him. Just get it in. He's just like sucking it in. Look, he fell asleep because he was so drugged up. He doesn't even know where he is. Look at him. Dude, soft chop druggies is a real thing, dude.
So who is Jamie O'Brien? Are you homies?
Who is Jamie? Isn't that the name of a show?
Oh, you trained him for a little bit in Hawaii.
Yeah. He's been on soft tops for a while now.
Yeah.
And he hit me up and he's like, hey, I'm trying to get off.
Right.
Can you teach me to get back on hardboard? And I was like, yeah, but it's going to take a lot of agility.
Yeah.
So I got him on hardboards for a little bit, but he's clearly back. He's losing his mind. I mean, look at him. Like, he could be shredding this wave, and he's just like, ah, ah. Instead of thinking what the wave needs, he's thinking about what his addiction needs. Look, he needs a nipple hit. He's sucking it in. Like, he doesn't even care about the wave at this point.
So he's just addicted to the toxins.
Dude, once these guys get on soft tops, they don't surf anymore.
Right.
All they can think about is that next mold hit. This is why you never drag your leash.
Right.
He's dragging his leash. He's like, oh wait, oh no, oh shit, oh no, oh dude, I'm already wiping out. Dude, that's scary.
So never drag your leash.
Never drag.
That's what this teaches the viewers.
If you're gonna ride hardboards, never drag your leash.
If you're gonna ride hardboards, never drag your leash.
Whoa, whoa.
This is WWE meets.
A 1 and a 2 and a. I could die in your arms tonight.
This is when surfers go to heaven.
This is how we lost LAIRD. He tried to shoot the mountain. He's like, I can shoot the pier, I can shoot this mountain. No problem. Got my LAIRD shin ties on. Gone.
Gone forever.
Dead.
That's how LAIRD will go. He'll be shooting some mountain.
They'll want him to go to the hospital, and he's like, no. Take me to the mountain.
Take me to my workout room.
Dude, Italo Fierro's everywhere. Look at him! He takes out his competition before he surfs. Bah! Bah! Look, he took all his women's. He's like, hello. Pregnant. See ya. Dude, this is how he left Brazil. He's like, I'm out of here.
Thanks for the umbrella.
This is how he travels.
Whoa.
Whoa, this is how he left Brazil. Whoa. That's how he landed his Jeep sponsor.
Really?
He just landed on. Whoa.
This is Joe
Dude.
Biden's brother.
His son.
Look at him, dude. He's looking for taxpayers. Look at this horse.
This is me when I'm heading to the beach. It's like, you want some of this? Yeah, you kind of. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no.
KLLY's blind now?
Yeah. So, they made these glasses for him. He can see the waves.
Yeah.
Even though he's blind. He's plugged in digitally.
Oh, so it's
So
not...
he's in the metaverse. Hey, how's it, chicks? How's it? Ugh.
Whoa, 360.
Like, he's training in the metaverse. Just,
How'd he go blind?
I think he ate a bad pineapple. Good night.
Look at... What are the odds of you're driving down a scooter in Puerto Rico
Yeah, how did...
and boom!
Out of all the times and all the places and all the measurements, this makes me believe in karma. You know, like, more people die from coconuts than, like,
Guns.
a lot of stuff. Guns.
No, he's not gonna go through it. No way. No way. No way. No! Get the out of here. Holy sh!
So, LAIRD has a few tricks up his sleeve every year. There's two things he does every year.
Yeah.
One, he shoots the Malibu Pier.
One time a year.
Once a year, like, play it.
Okay.
Once a year, he shoot, like, you can hear the guys
Yeah.
like freaking out. And what people don't know, this is actually like super easy. But he shoots the pier on the most crowded days, the biggest days, and he shoots it, and everyone's just like,
Like, like he rounds up crowds. Like, I'm about to shoot the pier again.
once a year he does it. And then once a year he saves someone.
From like dying.
It's like somehow someone's drowning, and like he like brings them in. They're like, "Oh my gosh, LAIRD!"
But it's like the
Did
same.
it again!
It's like the same person every time with different wig on.
He's so good at marketing himself. So
Yeah.
he's like, "Got to shoot the pier today."
It's been 12 months. What are the stories of him saving people? Do you know anything about it?
He do once a year. Guarantee you, there will be a video popping up soon. LAIRD saves swimmer. It's like they have it already. Like somehow the
Right.
news cameras are there. Like
Yeah.
the second he saves someone,
They fly in a Nebraskan tourist and stick him in the water
he just knows like what he needs to do each year to get.
to stay on top.
So this is Kelly chasing Italo.
Yeah, this is the goat chasing.
Italo, give me my world title back. Nope. Give me my gold medal. Nope. Give me my new moon shoes back. Nope.
So Italo, do you think him and Kelly are kind of
Yeah.
really?
Yeah. Because Italo's got so much energy.
This guy, I don't know why, I just don't like him.
This guy's the worst. He's so anal. He's like, what time is it? I guess I'll keep surfing. I hope they're filming this because I need my clips ASAP. Yeah.
Oh, this guy,
This
dude.
guy-
I think
this
this
guy
is
gets all the
Jason
chicks.
Momoa's son.
Really?
Yeah.
Aqua Boy?
Yeah, this is awkward.
Front flip. Barrel.
How does his body stay on the
He's
waves?
so fast.
Gosh. Oh, boy.
So this is Griffin Colapinto's new stretch program.
Griffin.
He does this before heats.
And it's supposed to, like, help him with inverted stuff?
Right.
Dude, look at this boy.
Hey guys, I figured it out. I put this like air conditioning on this fin, and look how much faster. Look, I can barely hold him back. Dude, look how much faster he's paddling. He just left him in the dust.
He doesn't even need the wave. I would take any help I can get.
I would love like to see this guy in his house. Like, dude, what if I'm like what if I put like a jet to this fin? And like his other stupid friends like, dude, that'd be so sick. That's what happened.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
Dude, so Kelly stole our idea.
No.
Yes, he's doing it.
No. He stole the pukas from the turtles?
Yeah. He's using turtle shells for pukas.
Dude, we were going to be the first puka company. And he's making them from moon rocks? That's not even fair. He went to the moon to get them?
He knows Elon.
So do they say Kelly? Are they called Kellys?
No, that's like some weird spelling, like KY jelly or something.
So these are moon shoes.
Yeah, so they're making moon shoes.
They're like, we should name it Kelly?
I guess. I don't understand. So I didn't read anything about it, but is it just they're literally made from moon rocks?
I'd love to like see all his managers around him. Like, Kelly, we've got a new product. What do you want to name it? He's
Kelly?
like, maybe me. He's right! Ha-ha!
Have you ever heard of LAIRD pads? No, LAIRD made these pads so that he could do squats before he surfs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
LAIRD pads.
These are LAIRD pads.
So you're supposed to work out on them?
You're supposed to work out.
Before the waves?
Yeah. Whoa! This guy's not advanced yet.
He doesn't have the strong enough thighs yet.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, it's my one chance. It's my only chance. It's my only chance. I still can do it. I still got it.
LAIRD fired that guy.
LAIRD pads. Kelly, I brought your moon juice for your shoes. Oh, yeah, shit. I'm sorry. Oh, the juice. It stings.
I'm sorry, Kelly.
Dude, this is the moon juice they use for his new single.
That poor guy, dude. Kelly's gonna kill him. Surfing needs more characters.
More of them?
Like, we got you, we got Aki, we got Kelly on accident. Just more like
Kelly doesn't want to be a character, but we forced him into one.
But, like, there's no, like, funny people and, like, big, huge personalities.
Do you want to know why?
Yes.
There's no more suffering.
So it doesn't, like, build characters?
Suffering is what makes good art. Guys back in the day that were pros, like, they all have a crazy story on why they started surfing. And then, like, I'm kind of the last generation. Like, the generation now, it's very, like, all the parents are rich now, and we all have Sprinter vans for the kids, and, like, they get super good, but they have, like, no challenges. Like, I had to start traveling when I was 14 by myself.
Right.
So the stuff I saw was, like, so insane. So it just made me into this, like, weird person to cope with everything I saw.
Well, wasn't John talking about that? John Wayne saying, like, all these, like, surfer moms that go down there, kind of like soccer moms, and they're, like, get them all ready, wax their board for them.
Well, surfing's kind of they're trying to turn it into, like, tennis. Do you remember Bobby Martinez when he yelled?
No.
Bobby Martinez was a famous surfer.
Yeah.
And he quit the tour and called it a tennis tour and cursed out online. That was his last time he was ever.
Because I want to be a part of this dumb wannabe tennis tour. All these pro surfers want to be tennis players and want to do a halfway cutoff. How the is somebody who's not even competing against our caliber surfers ahead of 100 of us on the one world ratings? Hey, surfers going down the drain thanks to these people. So
he was surfing in the tour?
In New York.
Yeah.
It was the New York event, and he called out the WSL saying, like, y'all are just trying to become a tennis tour. We're losing the soul. Just called them out, and then, like, quit his career.
Gosh.
And just started drinking Monster Energy.
So he stuck to what he said. Is he still with us?
Yeah, he lives in Santa Barbara, and he just surfs and drinks Monster Energy drink.
So the characters
and listens to Papa Roach.
Sick.
It's hard developing character when kids are just looking at their phones all day.
Right. Everyone's becoming, like, the same.
So it's just recycled. Like, all my characterisms came from, like, a Braden Diaz that yelled at me one time.
Right.
Like, I have so many stories where it kind of molded my brain, you know, like, I don't think people learn from life anymore, so it's not as authentic.
We're being raised by the internet.
So kids are just like...
just... Did you ever go to college, dude?
No, but there's a funny story to that.
All right, tell me.
So my whole life, my dad was like, you got two options, kid. You either work in the surf shop, you either be a pro surfer, or you film me surfing. He's like, pick one.
He wanted you to film them.
So, like, I would go into the surf shop, and it would be, like, no one in there for hours, and I was like, dude. And the surf would come up, and if you're sitting in the surf shop, it would be the worst because everyone stops by to get wax.
Yeah.
They're like, we're going surfing. So if you work in the surf shop and you're a surfer, you're like...
Yeah.
And then sitting on the beach filming all day is like the sweatiest.
It's the worst job in the world. I hate it. You know why you hate it? Because a surf filmer, it's like if they miss the shot, you're hated forever.
All night long.
Yeah, you're in trouble. If it's out of focus, and then people come up and talk to you, and you're like, shit, and it's just hot and ugh.
It's hard. It's one of the hardest jobs. It's harder than surfing.
It is just tedious. So work at the shop, become a pro surfer, or film your dad surfing.
Those are my three options. Or be at home with my mom, and I was like,
We love yeah, but I love Aunt Lydia.
So I picked surfing.
Right.
So as I was started competing and stuff, my dad was like, well, if you don't win a national championship, you're going to have to go to college because that means you're just not good enough.
That's so, like...
So I was like...
It's kind of mean.
So I was like, I have to be a national champion by the time I'm 18.
That's kind of good.
So I won East Coast titles 4 times, and he was like... He was naming all the guys who've won East Coast titles, like, they never made it. I'm like, crap.
Dad!
So it was my last year. I'm 18 years old. And this was the final year I could win nationals. So I was in 4 different divisions.
Okay.
And I had shockers. So I had lost in the first 3, like at first heat, which is pretty rare. Normally I made the finals and got like 3rd or...
Right.
And then, so I had one more division left, which was the air show event. And, so the air show was a little different. It was best maneuver instead of, or best aerial.
What is it now?
It could be anything. It's one trick. Whoever does the best trick wins. So it's a little bit more like how crazy can you go?
Right.
So it's the final, it's lower trestles. And before I'm going out, I was like, dude, I want to go to college. I'm like thinking about the surf shop. I'm like, I don't want to work in the surf shop. Like, I don't want to go to college. College to me seemed like the worst thing ever.
Oh, for sure.
Because I hated school.
There's no way you could have gone to college.
I can't listen to that.
I just cheated the whole time.
So I go out in this heat and I'm so nervous I can't land anything. And it's perfect trestles, so it's really soft and slow, so it's not that good for airs. So this kid, Hank Gaskell, did this shove it out the back, and everyone's like, oh my gosh, a shove it. So then the announcer's like, 10 seconds left, and the set's coming, and I don't have enough time to wait for the set, so this little wave pops up, and I was like, I gotta try. And I'm on this little wave, and it starts slingshot. I'm like, whoa, and it's shoving me into this whitewater. And I was like, I'm not going to college. And I was so, like, I had so much adrenaline, and I didn't want to go to college. I went to do an air reverse, but it bounced me back, so I double grabbed it, and it flipped me upside down, and I did this sideways cork flip.
Yeah.
And I was like, ah! And then when I opened my eyes, I was standing. And I was like, what? I was like, I just did the first flip ever in a contest. So I'm like looking at the beach, and everyone's looking the other way to the lineup.
Yeah, with the set.
Because there's a huge set. And no one was watching me, and I was like, oh no. So I'm walking up the beach, and my dad's got his head down. He's like...
He's looking up colleges.
FSU.
That's the only one you know. FSU? Nope.
So I'm asking everyone on the beach. I'm like, I did a flip. And they're like, no, you didn't. Stupid.
No one saw it.
And I was like, Dad, I swear I did the best flip I've never done a flip. No one's ever done a flip. This is the first one.
Right.
So we're going to photographers, asking everyone. It's like, nope. So
Dang.
he's like, do you want to go to the banquet? I was like, yes. Like, I did a flip. So we get
So you go to the banquet to see who won.
Yes. So they're announcing our final, and they go, 6th place, so-and-so. And I'm like, I didn't get last. And I was like, Dad, I didn't do, that was the only year I did. He's like, what? And they did 5th place, and it wasn't me. 4th place. And my dad's like, wait a second. 3rd. And then 2nd, Hank got 2nd.
The one with the shove it.
Mm-hmm. And everyone starts booing. They're like, boo. And they're like, first place, Sterling Spencer. And they hand me this freaking huge trophy. And I'm like, whoa. And I was like, I don't have to go to college. And so the head judge and Janice Aragon, she ran NSSA.
Yeah.
They come up to me and they're like, the head judge was like, he was like, I saw that flip and I made everyone give you a 10.
Sick. Because
no other judge saw it, but the head judge saw it. Nice. So he can take over and just kind of like, so I got a perfect score and won, but no one saw it. There's no pictures of it. And the picture they show in the magazine of me winning, I'm like doing the air this big. And everyone, so the longest time everyone thought I cheated. They thought my dad paid the judges because my dad was a
blackmailed them.
Like all this stuff, like no one gave me any like credit.
So your dad, was he like freaking out?
He's like, I remember we were in the van after, he's like, well, I guess you don't have to go to college. And I was like, yeah.
Dude, your dad is like a master, like mind. Like he totally like pulled your strings.
And then when we were in the van, I hear this knock. It was like, and it was CJ Hobgood.
Whoa.
And he was like, hey, guess what, Grom? You're coming to Nicaragua tomorrow. I'm like, what? And he's like, we're doing Camp Hobgood. They did this camp for juniors after nationals, where they took them surfing and taught them how to do whatever. They didn't teach us anything.
What they try to teach you?
CJ and Damon just made fun of us the whole time.
God.
We got, there was like 16 of us, like Bethany Hamilton, the Godowskis, Alex Cray, like all these kids,
like up and comers.
There's I think 16 of us in this little camp, and I was like ready to learn. I'm like, I want to go pro. I want to learn.
Yeah.
And CJ and Damon just made fun of us the whole time. Like they
just got paid to tease teenagers.
They just made fun of us the whole time. They're like, yeah, actually, Sturls, you're supposed to be a little bit or inverted.
Limited and inverted. They're just drunk.
Drinking
Corona.
beers.
So were you always into surfing as a kid, or did you play other sports?
So I started surfing when I was 4, but because surfing's so hard, I really got into football. I wanted to be Emmitt Smith.
Yeah, he's a hometown hero.
He's from Pensacola, and the Cowboys were winning championships.
Yeah,
and
America's team.
I remember Emmitt Smith was having a signing at he had his own museum, and he was coming out with a book, and I played football, and I went to Emmitt Smith's museum wearing my football gear.
Sick.
With helmet on, and I walked up to him, and he's like, and he handed it to me. I didn't take my helmet off. I was like,
that's so funny. He probably thought you had special needs or something. He's like, move along. I met Emmitt Smith on a golf course once. We used to find golf balls, and we would sell them to golfers because I lived on a golf course. And Emmitt Smith came up, and I was like, whoa, because I loved football too growing up. Yeah.
I heard he never gives his autograph unless you pay him.
I used to have it. I don't know where it went.
He gave you one?
Yes.
For free?
He signed it all. Maybe it was before that rule.
So I did football. I played baseball. I played basketball. I was good at tennis. I skateboard.
Yeah.
Like, I did everything. And I was like a super genetic life form. Like, I could do it all at the top of...
Right. You were just gifted.
I was just so athletic. So my dad was like, you got to pick one of these. We can't do all of this every day.
Right.
Because it was like football, baseball.
Yeah, it's so annoying for a parent.
And And surfing was kind of at the bottom of my list, probably because he was pressuring me. Like, kids hate
Yeah, you
pressure.
don't. I know. If you tell them to do something, they don't want to do it.
Anything they like, you don't want to do for some reason. It's the way with Wyatt right now. So, surfing was at the bottom of my list, and football became too hard because the kids were growing so fast.
Yeah.
And I was still tiny.
Yeah.
And we were going to, like, these, like, inland games.
Yep.
And there'd be 6-foot black kids, like, they've, like, why are they?
I know, dude.
So there's a giant 6-foot black guy, like, ah! Baseball, I was, like, about to be on All-Stars and do it all. And then our final game, they cheated somehow.
Something didn't go right.
They ran. You're supposed to run in the baseline.
Yep.
They ran out into the outfield around some kid.
And they didn't call it.
They didn't call it. And it was the final
Yep.
score. And, like, the umpire was friends with their coach. And, like, they hugged. And it was just so bad.
So you lost, like, the last championship baseball game.
Yeah. And so I remember I went home. And I was super depressed. And we went surfing. And it was just, like, crystal clear drain pipes. Pensacola Beach Day.
Yeah, to go pull.
Super long waves. There was dolphins, seagulls, pelicans, like, and I was just sitting there. I was like, why don't I do this? This is so much better. I don't have to depend on anyone.
So that's when it kind of clicked, and you kind of became your own thing.
And then my dad got me into my first contest, and I was 12. And I remember being super nervous. Yeah, I remember it felt more nerve-wracking. I think because it was by myself.
Yeah, you're all alone out there.
But I won. I won like 3 divisions. I won like the 12 and under. I won the 18 under, and then I won like the 20 and up.
And you were small, so you were able to like.
And so my dad was just like, "The prophecy is fulfilled. The golden child is here."
He was probably crying, like happy tears.
And I was already surfing for so long.
Yeah.
So guys that were 18, I was probably already surfed as long as them.
Right.
And I was so small and agile, I could fly. I was just like,
a little bit.
And they could barely get up. They're like, I'm like,
and they're probably smaller waves.
and I could do chop ups at the time. I was like,
What's a chop up?
it's where you bounce 180.
Oh, yeah.
So no one could do anything, and I'm doing spinny airs, and they're like, who is this?
You're wearing a baseball jersey.
Got my helmet on. He can do everything.
You're wearing every athlete. Dude, that's so funny.
So yeah, when I won that contest, it was like,
You got addicted.
I don't know if I was addicted. Then it was like, I never lost on the Gulf Coast.
Yeah.
And the longer I went, it was like,
Oh,
I can't lose now. I went like 5 years without losing, and then it was like I had a target on my back.
Yeah, everyone hated
So if I
you.
had one bad session, I was just like, it was more the competitiveness in me. Like,
Right.
I can't lose.
Right.
So it was almost stressful.
Well, you were saying, like, when you were on the tour, you, like, were around these guys that are just animals. And you're like, I can't do this.
Oh, when I got to the highest level, that's all they think about.
Right.
Contests.
Right.
And I didn't think about contests. It was like, try not to think about it. And then when it's here, it's like, okay, like, try to figure it out.
But they're like all day, every day, just.
They look at the waves and they think about points. And they're like, I could get a 6 on that. I could get a 7 on that. And like all day long, I remember sitting around like Corey Lopez and CJ Hobgood. And all day long, they were just staring at the ocean like 6, 7, 8,
just
9.
thinking about.
Yeah, like, oh, that's an 8. That's a 7. That's
Weird.
And they're so absorbed in it, my brain couldn't function like that.
Yeah,
it was giving me anxiety.
Like, I bet, dude.
And they're like animals. Like the guys on tour, especially back then, like it was way more gnarly back then because like drugs were legal.
Like what kind of drugs?
Just party drugs.
Oh, okay.
So everyone partied hard. Like now everyone's professional and like.
Yeah. Yeah.
But back then it was like you had to surf and then whoever could party, they were partying who could party the hardest.
They're partying the hardest.
It was like constant competition, like going on at all times with those guys.
Like with every aspect of the day. Who woke up first? Who
All
partied the
day long,
latest?
it was just like more.
So it's just a bunch of alpha males. Everybody in the same spot.
You need an alpha male shirt.
He's such an alpha male.
Yeah, the guys that could do it, weren't necessarily the best surfers. They're
Right.
more so the strongest minded
Right.
guys.
I was watching a video the other day of, is it Travis Pastrana, the motorcycle dude?
Mhm.
He was like, I'm not as talented as some of these guys, but I'm talented enough. And if I take the chances, then I can beat them. Like, it's all about your brain. Like,
The guys that did the best on tour they were the best at traveling.
yeah.
And traveling
Where's you
that
at?
much, you have to be really good at organizing hotels, rides. Like,
See?
it's
All this
constant
stuff.
organizing. Like, and I'm not. We all know that I'm not a good organizer.
Me neither.
And so like the guys that just did the best on tour, it felt like some of them, like Andy Irons, was just pure talent.
Oh, gosh.
And he had a team doing everything for him, so he
Right.
didn't have to think about the travel stuff. But being like a 16-year-old, like
Yeah.
I was just like,
But your dad was there, right? Like, he wasn't like, we're going to Holiday Inn at...
never.
Why?
When I got to 15, he was like, "Good luck, kid."
Weird. Is that because that's what he did? And he's like, all right, I want my son to do what I did.
I just think he was getting old, and he's like, "My back."
He wasn't that old back then. He's in his 40s.
50s.
My back will be pretty bad in my 50s. Oh, gosh.
Yeah, me and my brother always talk about that. Like, Dad, like, took us here, and then good luck.
Well, not to poo-poo on our dads, but my dad, I'll be hanging out with him to today, and they'll be like, "Do your son surf?" And he'll go, "No, I never wanted to do it. I tried to do it to him." He doesn't talk like that, but and I'll be like, "No, you didn't." Like, I remember him taking me surfing like one time, and that was it.
Really?
What's your worst? Have you ever had a near-death experience out in the water besides that Tahiti?
So many times. In the water or out of the water?
You did get mugged once, right? In Puerto Rico or something?
That reminded you?
No, I just thought, is that Puerto Rico?
You did get.
Right over there. Didn't you get mugged, like, at gunpoint?
Yeah, my first day in Costa Rica.
Tell me about the story.
So, like, we get to Costa, and I'm with a bunch of friends, and we get to the house on the beach,
Yeah.
and the person didn't bring the key yet. So I'm like, oh, I'm going surfing while we wait. So I go surfing, like, yay, this is great. And they all go inside.
So they got in the house.
So they go inside and, like, drink a beer, and they leave all our suitcases outside. So I come in from surfing, and I set my board down. I put my towel over my head. I'm, like,
Yeah.
wiping my head. So I'm looking back, and I see these Costa Ricans with guns. They're like... And I was like, wait a second. And he's coming. He's, like, running up to me.
Oh, my God.
And he's going to go to pistol whip me. And I threw my towel. So it goes on. He's like...
You threw your towel at a guy with a gun?
He didn't know I saw him.
Oh.
So I went like... And the towel went over his gun and him. It was a huge towel. So it went... And I just started running, and I started zagging in case
bullets.
he shot. So I think he's standing there with the towel. He's like... So I run and jump behind this tree, roll, and I, like, look back, and he's got the gun. He's like... And the other guys are like... I see him just, like, taking stuff, putting in another truck. They're, like, taking all the suitcases. And the guy in the gun was like...
He's got the towel on his shoulder.
So I'm yelling. I'm like... Guys! My guys, they're taking everything. And I look in the window, and they're all drinking beer. They're like, parley, parley, parley. I'm like, guys!
What are they going to do?
So they take all the stuff. They drive off. So I start running back. And the guy pops back. He's like, I'm like,
You're making this sound so funny, but it's scary.
so I, like, put my arms up. He's like... And then I roll again to there was a sidewall, and I go, So then I heard him get in the truck. I waited for a while. This time, I'm like, I finally get out. So I was too scared to walk around where the truck was.
Yeah, the driveway or whatever.
So there's this fence, like, to the top of the van.
Yeah.
And it had these, like, knives to keep.
Oh, yeah, like
people
barbed
up.
wire kind of thing.
I had so much adrenaline. I just go. I remember looking down at the fence. Like, I jumped so high, I was looking down on it. Like, how'd I get this high? And then, like, landed by the pool. And I ran to the window, and I, like,
You
bang
idiots.
on it. And they're all just like, Farley, Farley, Farley. I'm like, come on, get out. And they're like, dude, chill out. We know the waves are good. I'm like, we've been robbed. And they couldn't hear me. I'm like, we've been robbed. And they were just like, dude, chill out. They wouldn't come out.
They didn't get it. They were too drunk.
They thought I was just super excited about the waves. So I finally opened the door. I'm like, we've been robbed. And they all run out, and there's nothing.
Oh, all the luggage, all the boards.
I had my board.
Oh,
Everyone else got everything taken.
so what? And your towel?
We had no money. He's like, I'm keeping this down.
Stinky towel.
We had no money. We had nothing. I can't remember how we pulled off the rest of the
Did
trip.
someone like fly in and bring you guys clothes?
I think we had money wired to us. We didn't have cell phones yet anyways. So it didn't matter.
And they're all just like, Farley, Farley. Dude, you totally made that story sound so comical, but it sounds scary.
It was super intense. I had insane PTSD.
Like you were nervous.
I remember I couldn't sleep for a while.
Oh, I love that you threw a towel over him.
And I remember I kept having these dreams where, do you remember Dion Aegis?
Yes.
For some reason, Dion Aegis was the gunman. And he would
in your
pop
dream.
up in my dream. He would pop up from under the bed and be like, gotcha! I'm like, Dion, no!
You always had a towel? Wonder what kind of towel it was.
But it saved my life.
Dude, not many people have been like their life saved by a towel.
And I can run pretty fast.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like,
Like zigzagging. That's insane.
he's probably laughing.
He's
He's probably like, nah. Being a kid in Hawaii in the late 90s, early O's,
yeah.
Hawaii was like, it was like going to the streets of New York. Like,
Danger-wise.
being a white person, it was flipped.
Yeah.
Like, I was like a target.
Hmm.
And they call us howlies.
Howlies.
So I remember so many years just getting so much like slack for being there, for trying to serve. I got shot with a
BB gun?
no, it's
bow
like
and
a
arrow?
duck gun. Like, won't kill you, but it'll hurt.
Buckshot? Or not buckshot, like a shotgun?
Like a baby shotgun.
You got shot by a baby shotgun?
I remember I was walking at sunset and I was like, and I feel this,
Ooh.
and I was like, I looked, and there was a bullet in my arm.
A baby bullet.
And I looked down, I'm like, ah! And I look up, and these two Hawaiians are riding by, like, I was like, ah! Ow! And they were just like,
Dude, is it that bad anymore?
no, it's so nice now.
Ugh.
But they gave us crap because, I mean, their island was stolen.
Right.
And
I
we-
get it, dude.
It was like stolen like not that long ago.
Right. I totally get it.
So in the surf world, we're like coming over there.
Yeah.
And
All sponsored up. Did your dad or anybody ever give you advice like, okay, don't say this, don't do that, make sure?
well, Reynos, my coach Reynos.
Yeah.
I lived with him for a year, and he taught me a lot.
He's like, bro.
And I got away with a lot being with him.
Yeah.
Because Reynos is like kind of white, but mostly dark Hawaiian,
Yeah.
black. Like he's kind of everything.
Samoan or whatever.
He's got everything,
So he's.
and he looks like Tupac.
Ooh, that'll
So
help.
it's
That'll help anywhere. Well, you look kind of French or something.
I didn't have the beard then.
That's right. That the beard makes you look more French.
I just almost got beat up all the time, every day.
That's what I'm saying. Surfing is like, it pumps out tough people.
Well, now when I surf, I've got this, like, I know I seem like the nicest, funniest person, but sometimes when I'm surfing, I still have this armor up, like ready to fight at all times. Like, what? Because I had to defend myself growing up. Like, I got in so many fights in Hawaii, and I got in so many fights at lower trestles fighting for waves.
Like fighting?
Oh, yeah.
Dude. Okay, I want to tell this story, and I think people enjoy it. We were filming the last scene of Gold, where you had to dress up like Kelly Slater, and you had to put on the bald cap. So we're putting the bald cap on Sterling. All right, kind of tell what you remember.
Well, it was like night.
It was night. Yeah, it was
We're
dark
at my
out.
condo on the beach.
Yeah.
And so we were going to film that scene. We put it off forever.
Yeah, we had to finish the movie like next week, and we just kept waiting.
So it was like the last day we could ever do it. So I'm like, fine. So we're putting on the bald cap, and we're putting makeup over the lines to make it blend.
And we're tired. We've been shooting all day.
So I remember you walk up.
Yeah.
You went and answered the door.
No, we hear a knock. And you're like, we're so tired. And you're like, just whoever it is, tell them to leave.
Oh, yeah. I was like, do not let anyone in here.
And I was like, all right. So I run down the stairs, and it's your brother and some other guy. And Yancey's pretty, he can make me do anything you want. And he's like, come on. He's like trying to push by me. I'm like, no, we're filming.
He said no.
And I'm like, no, we're hold on 1 second. So I shut the door because I was too scared to tell him no. So I ran back up, and I'm like, it's your brother and some
bald guy.
Some guy. And I'm like, and you're like, just get rid of him. And there's somebody putting makeup on you. And I run back down, and I greet the guy, and I realize, oh, in my mind, something hit me. And I was like, I knew it was a Slater. And so I'm like, against your wishes, I said, go up there. And so I went the other way to look through the window. And so I ran up at the other side, and I looked through the front window, and I see you sitting on, tell this part, you're sitting down like this on a stool getting makeup done.
So I'm like putting my bald cap on, and I look over, and Kelly's brother, Sean Slater, walks up. He's like, what's going on? And I'm like,
yeah,
what?
Your mouth just went.
I'm like, no way.
That's
impossible.
On Pensacola Beach.
I'm like, I'm doing the Kelly scene right now. And then his other brother walks in, Steven. And I'm like, what? Both of them? And I was like, is Kelly here? Like, is all of them?
What's funny is he probably was thinking, is this all that Sterling does all day? Is dresses up like Kelly?
Like, if I accidentally see him dressing up as Kelly, does this happen every day?
But dude, it's seriously one of my favorite stories that's happened in my life, because it's like the timing.
They've never been to Pensacola.
You've never put a bald thing on.
That was the only time I've ever put a bald cap on my whole life.
It's seriously like the best story ever. And
Power of the universe. Like,
the funny thing about it too is we tried to talk him into playing Kelly.
They wouldn't do it.
They wouldn't do it.
Kelly, they wouldn't betray you.
Kelly, your brother's got your back. Oh, that was so awesome. And then
But they watched the scene.
Yeah.
They watched us film it.
While we were filming, you were in a trunk, like shaking and Kelly.
It would have been so good, though, if Sean would have done it, because Sean and Kelly had the same hit. Like, it looks exactly the same. So if he would have done it,
it would have been. I wish we would have done it. Sean, we love you.
We love you, Slaters.
So a lot of people think you're going to get beat up.
By LAIRD.
But you know who?
LAIRD.
Boss LAIRD.
LAIRD.
But people don't understand.
They don't get it.
Yeah.
We're like besties.
Yeah, he likes you. So what did the comments say? You want to read it real quick?
She goes, I always show LAIRD your stuff, and I think he has a special invitation for you this summer. Keep them coming.
So, okay, let's dissect this comment. Okay, so she walks up to him, shows him the videos, and LAIRD's like, and then what is the secret, what does this secret invite mean? What could it possibly mean?
I always show LAIRD your stuff, and I think he has a special invitation for you this summer. Keep them coming.
What is she going to, so could the special invite be a trap? Like he's going to bring you out there and He's gonna
They're
kill
gonna
you.
eat me.
Yeah, what's gonna
They're
happen?
gonna cryogenically freeze me
He's gonna trap you in that red box he sits in. He's gonna strap you into it.
and just fart in my face.
No, but what do you think it means?
Maybe some type of practical joke they're setting up.
Either they're gonna trap you and kill you, or beat you up, or two, they love us. And
He's gonna strangle me with a custom LAIRD shintai.
Yep.
He's like, you like that?
What do you think that would be like if you went there? Think Oprah's in the driveway? All right, guys, so get a t-shirt at sterlingspencer.co. They're live right now. You can be as cool as Uncle Cousin Ryan.
I heard as soon as you put it on, like, you finally know the rules.
Right.
That's one of, like, the best side effects.
Well, aren't you sick of people asking you, what are the rules? What are the rules?
Yeah.
Buy the freaking shirt.
And find out for yourself, you
Yeah.
freaking neemkampai.
So thanks for watching, guys. Buy the t-shirt. We love you guys. You know the rules. Get the shirt. Let's go surfing, Sterling.
How's it? Thank you for watching Pinch My Salt, the hit podcast of the world's #1 surfer, Sterling Spencer. You know the rules. Subscribe and tickle that like button. Pinch My Salt.